I said good morning. How have you been?
Doing well. How about you?
I've been doing great. Thank you so much. I'm happy to see you again. And so it's been about what 3 weeks since we've seen each other. Tell me, is there anything that you want to share with me? Anything that you want to discuss during today's session?
Well, yeah, I tend to overreact. This is, of course, you've known Izzy for quite a while. And my biggest complaint, and, she's a guide dog, and her purpose is to guide me around. But I really, really get irritated when people walk up to her and try to pet her, or like we're sitting somewhere and someone tries to feed her table food.
Right, right. Well, I can see how that can feel invasive for you. I mean, she is your service dog. She's, there to be alert and focused on you. So other people can be a distraction.
Right.
Did you just have a situation or?
It's not just; it's an ongoing thing. I mean, I could be walking somewhere and say like, "Oh, I know I'm not supposed to pet your dog, but."
I will do it anyway.
Yes, exactly.
And when this does occur, when you're out in public and you have Izzy with you, and somebody does approach her and tries to pet her, feed her, what is your reaction when people do
I get
this?
upset and I'm like, no, she's a working dog. Leave her alone.
Okay, no. And what response do you normally feel from the individuals, or what do they remark after you make a statement like that?
Some listen, some say, "Oh, sorry, didn't mean to,"
Uh-huh.
and some just walk away.
Wow. And I know that it happens often, but did you just have a situation where, you think that maybe you handled the situation, inappropriately, or maybe you thought maybe you could have, handled it in a different manner?
Yeah, well, the other day I was on the bus headed to UTEP actually,
Okay.
and this, I believe, this person was twisting it as he tried to get her attention, and I turned very soon and I said, "Leave the dog alone. She's working." And then looking back, I thought about it after. I was like, I could have said something like, "Could you please not distract the dog right now?"
Oh, I see. Well, there you go. So, your initial response was leave the dog alone. It's working.
Right.
Right? And do you know maybe why it is that you take this approach? What is it that you feel when they approach Izzy that upsets you and has you responding in this manner?
Um, I guess it's just that, and I know society, is not used to seeing a dog out in public. And in a perfect world, nobody would pet Izzy when she's working, but it's obviously not a perfect world. So, um, hmm, I don't know. I guess
Do you feel maybe that they could possibly be invading your space?
pretty, not so much invading my space. Just I guess just distracting her.
Okay, right. And this is a problem for you because she is pet, so I'm sure she enjoys friendliness from other people.
Yeah.
But it bothers you because maybe you feel that if she's distracted, you're not being tended to, and that might be a problem because an accident or something, if you're outside your element, can happen to you because the dog is distracted instead of focusing on you.
Yes.
Right, absolutely. Well, that makes perfect sense. I can see why something like that would upset you. So let's think of a different approach, Isaac. So we definitely understand why this is a problem, right? And so we most definitely don't want to disregard the situation, but what we want to do is we want to try to resolve it in a more productive, more positive manner, right?
Right.
So let's go ahead and try an activity. I want you to say, I'm going to tell you what could be a possibility of what you can say to the people when they approach Izzy. And then I want you to go ahead and repeat this every time. And for now, we're going to practice it maybe 2, 3 times. And when you do, every time that you practice it, I want you to show even more emotion, okay? But I want you to try to picture yourself as if you were in the situation and try to feel what it is that you feel when they approach Izzy. And instead of saying, don't bother my dog or don't touch my dog, it's working, how about if instead we say, very politely, can you please not distract my dog because she is working? Okay?
Okay.
So let's go ahead and try that. You can go ahead and repeat it, pretend that you're in the scenario now, and then just go ahead and let's say I'm going to pretend to be the person, right, that's going to approach your dog.
Right.
And then you respond to me, and then I want you to repeat that response 2 or 3 times, and every time with more emotion.
Okay.
Okay. So, hi, I love your dog. Can I go ahead and pet it? She's beautiful.
No, she's working right now.
And go ahead and continue. I want you to say it again and say it with a little bit more emotion. And remember, we had said that we would say please. We were going to be courteous. So let's try saying, can you please not disturb my dog? She's working right now.
Okay.
Okay? So go ahead.
Are you gonna do this scenario again? I'm sorry.
No.
Oh.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to respond.
Oh, okay. No, okay. I thought that. Can you please not pet my dog? She's working right now.
Very good. Now, can we say it one more time with a little bit more emotion?
Sure. Can you please do me a favor and not pet my dog right now? She's working.
Excellent. Okay, now let's try one more time.
Okay. Can you please do me a favor? And I know my dog is like to be petted, but can you please not pet her? She's working right now.
Okay, perfect. Now, as you said this, I saw it in you. Did you feel yourself calmer? Did you feel
Yes.
yourself not so threatened?
Yes.
So therefore you didn't feel that you had to respond with such aggression, right? Okay, very good. So from now on, let's go ahead and practice this. From now on, every time that, in any scenario, it doesn't just necessarily have to be when they approach easy, but in any scenario from now on, let's try to think about what we're going to say before we say it, or think about what we're going to do before we do it. And let's try to think of a more productive approach, a healthier approach. And then during that moment, let's try to repeat it within ourselves or even out loud if it helps, right? And so that way, what we're going to do is we're going to make a connection with the positive response, and we're going to retrain our brain from responding negatively when we feel that emotion.
Okay.
So from now on, it will bother you that people disturb easy, but from now on, you're going to retrain your brain to feel a more positive response instead of such a aggressive, threatening response.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And is there anything else, Isaac, that you would like to talk about today?
No, that should be it.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'm glad we had this talk. Thank you so much for
Thanks.
stopping by.